What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about NIO, stock ticker NIO, the electric vehicle car maker out of China, because it has been getting absolutely pummeled lately. I mean, we were sitting at an all-time high of about $67 a little less than 2 months ago, and it has been almost straight down since then. We've lost about half of the value in this stock over the last 2 months. So a lot of people in this. This was a very popular stock. It still is a very popular stock. I mean, it was the number 2 traded stock in the stock market today by volume. Number 1 beat it by a landslide, but still, I mean, that is still a ton of volume for one day. I mean, it was number 2 in the entire stock market, right, out of thousands of different stocks. So still a very popular stock among traders, among investors, retail investors, big institutions, everyone, right? So I want to take a look at this stock chart, and I want to do something a little bit different in this video and show you guys some of the Fibonacci retracement levels. And the reason I want to do that is because I know on this channel we normally talk about chart patterns like bull flags, bull pennants, head and shoulders, things like that, but I just don't see a pattern on this chart right now. So let's look at the Fibonacci retracement levels, because I was just looking at them before I started this video. I noticed something and I thought it would be very helpful to let you guys know what's going on there. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys this candlestick right here is very bullish for going into next week. This giant tail right here is a very good sign. That means during the day we got all the way down into this under $32 range and made our way all the way back up into the $38 range. So there was a lot of buying to end the day, and you can see that by jumping down into the hourly candlesticks. You know, this was the start of the day. We started the day heading down and then ended the day, you know, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candlesticks were all up. So very strong end to the day after, you know, 2 or 3 candlesticks that were down to start the day. So good looking day there, even though we lost about 3% on the day. This is actually a bullish looking candle. Okay, so let's get into those Fibonacci retracement levels. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, or you don't know where the tool is in TradingView, basically you just come over to this tab right here, you open it up and you look for Fibonacci or Fib retracement. All right, click on that, and where we're going to use this is we are going to find the low on this chart, right? So we have to go all the way back to October of 2019 to find the low. We're going to click right there on the low, and we're going to pull this all the way up to the all-time high. So it looks like right there is our all-time high. So I'm going to pull it over, but I want to put it right at that all-time high level. And TradingView will actually kind of snap it to that all-time high level as well. So you don't have to nail it perfectly. If you get close enough, it should just snap. Okay, so we've got our Fibonacci starting at the low on this chart. We've got it ending at the high, and what this does is shows us some of these retracement levels, some of these support and resistance levels based on the Fibonacci ratio. And the Fibonacci ratio numbers are 23%, 38%, 50% isn't an actual Fibonacci ratio, but it is used commonly in stock charts because it is effective as well. 61% and then 78%. So those are the ratios. So let's zoom in here a little bit closer on what's been happening recently on this chart on NIO. So you can see after we put in our all-time high at $66.99, we kind of chopped sideways a little bit. It wasn't anything crazy going on until we cut through this first Fibonacci ratio level. And as soon as we dropped under that, look what happened the next day. Just dropped like a rock. It dropped like a rock all the way down to the next level and then bounced right off of it. Immediately bounced off of it and then tried to get through the next level and could not do it. All right, you got 2 candlesticks right there that just couldn't do it, hit resistance and started dropping. Dropped all the way down to the next level right here, and as soon as you cut through that, it almost didn't act as support at all, right? As soon as we cut through it, dropped like a rock again. So where are we at now? You see this long tail right here? Let's jump down into the hourly candlesticks now to take a look at what happened there. Like I was saying earlier in the video, right? We had a bad morning and then a great afternoon. So look at this Fibonacci retracement level right here. So you can see in the morning, 2 hourly candlesticks that closed below this Fibonacci level. But other than that, it does really look like we bounced right off of that Fibonacci level and started heading back up. So it seems like this Fibonacci level right here around the $34 range, almost $34 exactly, maybe $34.08-ish. Acted as some pretty good support for this, for what has been a pretty bad sell-off lately. And we haven't seen a whole lot of support lately other than maybe this candlestick right here on this Fibonacci level. But we have seen a lot of resistance, right? We get bumping our heads up against this Fibonacci level right here, couldn't get through it, backed off, tried to do it again, couldn't get through it, bumped our heads up against this level right here, couldn't get through it, and now we're finally seeing support all the way down at this level right here. And we're seeing it on massive volume as well. So does this mean the floor is in for NIO? Is the floor $34.08, and are we heading up from here? It's really hard to tell, but I can tell you that Fibonacci level right there did act as support, and it looks like it should be strong support going forward. The test for NIO going forward is going to be getting up into the next Fibonacci range, and that line, that resistance right here, is in that $41.85 range. So that would be what I am targeting, what I'm watching for on NIO. I think we could go long here and try to see if we can break through this level. And if we do, I think we're heading much higher from there. If we hit our heads up against it and start to back down, then I think you can expect to head back lower again. And then we want to watch this level right here for support in that $34 range. So if we break below this line of support, this $34 range, I think we're heading much lower on NIO. And if we break through this line at $41.85, we're heading much higher. So those are my two lines that I'm watching for on NIO. So if you're on the sidelines, you may want to wait and see, which one of these lines we're going to bounce off of. Or if you're in NIO, you definitely want to be paying attention to these two price ranges as well, because if we hit our heads up against this line and start to head lower, you might want to start, taking your profits. If we bounce off of this line right here and head higher, you might want to enter a position. Or if we break through this line and head lower, you might want to get out of your position. So that's what I'm tracking for the Fibonacci retracement levels on NIO, guys. If you liked this kind of analysis and want to see more of it, the Fibonacci retracement levels on all the stocks that we talk about on this channel, let me know down in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to do this. I enjoy looking at Fibonacci retracement levels and doing, kind of target predictions on them. So let me know. I do still enjoy doing my chart patterns. I will keep doing those videos. I just didn't see a chart pattern on this chart, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. And with all of the sell-off lately in the market, there aren't a whole lot of bullish patterns shaping up. There are some, not a ton. Like there's this pot stock that I was looking at, High Tide. It does look like there is a wedge pattern forming here that we may project an upside breakout to, but generally though, there's just not a whole lot of bullish signs in the market right now. For the long term, other than these really big candlestick tails that suggest a short-term turnaround to start the week next week. Okay, that's what I got for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. We do stock chart pattern analysis. I do technical analysis on the charts for stocks. I stream sometimes at night, and I take your requests. I'll look at your stocks and give you some quick analysis. So if you like any of that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys down in the comments below and in the next video. Thanks, everyone.